Interior, a lodge in the woods, dining room, evening. It's Sam's 18th birthday party. He and a group of friends are in his parents' lodge in the mountains, gathered around a cake celebrating. Snow builds up outside against the side of the house, and the sun begins to set.
Happy birthday, dear Sam. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, babe.
Annie kisses Sam on the cheek, and Chad hands Sam a beer after he blows out the candles.
3 more years and you'll be able to drink these legally.
Sam proceeds to shotgun the beer.
Come start a game with me in Pong. Maybe I'll let you win for your birthday.
I have to wait for my boy Trent. We're undefeated when we play together.
Where is that pussy anyway?
He's still on his way, but he should be here by now.
There's a knock on the door.
That must be him now.
Sam rushes to the door, beer in hand, and opens it to find Emmett, the lonely deaf student, slouched and shivering in the doorway. Sam's smile disappears and his eyebrows furrow.
Oh, Emmett, right?
Emmett nods sheepishly.
Well, come on in, man. You want a beer?
Sam gestures by offering the beer he was going to give Trent. Emmett shakes his head quickly.
Okay, man. Well, there's a cooler in the kitchen and cake on the table. Help yourself.
Emmett stays in the doorway. Sam walks over to Annie and Chad, still looking back at Emmett with a confused expression. Sam leans in and whispers,
So, Emmett's here. Did you give him the address?
No. I bet you did, Chad. You probably just want to rip on him some more. I'm surprised Emmett would even want to come after what you and Trent did to him at the football game on Friday.
Damn it, Chad. Can't you give the poor kid a break?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't invite the retard.
And how did you get the address to my parents' lodge?
I don't know. Maybe he followed you home one day. Maybe he's gay for you.
Chad elbows Sam. Sam rolls his eyes and ignores him.
Guys, be nice. Let's just make him feel welcome, okay?
Fuck that. I don't want him to fall for me too. Annie, you seem to be his best friend these last couple of weeks.
Well, sorry if I don't like seeing disabled kids get pelted with paintball guns in front of the whole school.
Annie walks over to Emmett and greets him with a friendly hug. She engages him as best she can with basic hand gestures. Interior, living room, night. The party continues for another 2 hours. Annie and Sam are making out on the couch. Chad is snorting cocaine off the coffee table as Emmett looks at his feet. Trent still has not shown up. Chad stands up, sniffing up the rest of the coke. He surveys the party.
Where the fuck is Trent at?
Sam looks up from kissing Annie.
I have no idea. It's almost midnight. He said he'd be here by 9.
Well, he'd better hurry up. I just got a winter storm alert on my phone.
The group gets up and gathers around the sitting area.
Seriously though, guys, how did that freak get here? If he showed up at my house uninvited, I'd introduce him to my dad's 9mm.
Violence is your answer to everything, meathead.
Don't you guys find it a little weird that that kid showed up out of nowhere uninvited and Trent is nowhere to be seen?
I don't know, man. Maybe Trent sent him here instead as some sort of prank or something.
And what's the punchline? Trent is way better at setting up pranks than that. This is weak. I don't think that's what's going on.
Then what are you insinuating?
I think that freak over there knows where the fuck Trent is at. I swear to God I'm gonna go over there and beat his ass until he tells us where Trent is.
Chad, he can't even hear you. Go calm down and take a walk or something.
Sam leads Chad to the door. Chad stares daggers at Emmett the entire way.
I'm onto you, you deaf little shit.
Emmett stares blankly at Chad, oblivious to the danger that is within his proximity. Exterior, a mile down the road, night. Chad stomps down the road. The blizzard picks up as the wind and snow blows in his face. He walks down the street where he finds a mound of snow.
What the hell?
As he nears the pile, he notices a buried car, Trent's car. He sprints to it as quickly as he can and begins brushing off the snow. With only the moonlight to see, he notices a figure inside.
Holy shit. Trent? Trent?
He attempts to open the door, but it's no use. It's frozen shut. In a desperate attempt to save his friend, he pounds on the window until it shatters. Inside is Trent's blue, frozen corpse. He'd obviously been here a while.
Trent! No! No, please!
Chad stays by Trent's side, frozen in disbelief. Shortly after, he takes off sprinting back towards the lodge. He bursts through the door.
He's in his car outside. He's dead. He's fucking dead.
What? Chad, what are you talking about?
Trent is dead. He's outside in his car, frozen to death.
No.
That can't be true. No. I refuse to believe that.
It's him, you dumb bitch. You don't think I know what my best friend looks like?
Chad, just calm down, okay? You're all hopped up on coke. I'm gonna call Trent's phone, and I'm sure he'll pick up, and everything will be fine, alright?
Annie quickly reaches to her pocket and whips out her phone. Frantically, she dials Trent's number and holds the phone up to her ear. After a few seconds, a ringtone is heard from Emmett's direction. Everyone's gaze shifts to Emmett as Chad pushes past Sam and Annie and walks aggressively towards Emmett.
You gonna get that, you fucker?
Emmett sinks further into the wall, cowering in the corner. Chad forcefully turns Emmett to face him. Chad reaches into Emmett's pocket and pulls out Trent's phone.
Where did you get this?
Emmett, with vigorously shaking hands, attempts to say something in sign language, but nobody can understand.
Where the fuck did you get this?
Chad takes Emmett by the collar and lifts him against the wall. Sam and Annie are frozen with bewilderment, watching on as the action takes place.
What did you do to him?
Chad rears his hand back, fist clenched. With as much force as he can muster, Chad slams his fist into Emmett's face. Blood flies from Emmett's nose, splattering on the wall behind him.
Can you hear me now, motherfucker?
Chad continues to pummel Emmett to the ground. Blood splatters and his bones crack. After one final punch, Emmett goes limp. Sam and Annie finally break out of their trance and attempt to intervene, but it's too late. Emmett lay lifeless. Annie scrambles over to Emmett and drops to the floor to check his pulse. She quickly slides Emmett's phone over to herself, unnoticed.
Chad, you killed him.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Chad looks down at his blood-stained hands, panting. Annie rushes over to Sam. Sam is paralyzed with shock. With wide eyes, he looks down at Emmett's mangled corpse. Chad is now leaning over Emmett's body, shaking with teary eyes. Exterior, front lawn, morning. Police have arrested Chad and are questioning Sam and Annie. Emmett's body is being carted off to an ambulance parked down the street.
I don't know, when Chad gets coked up, he can do some crazy things. I don't want to believe that he killed Trent, but maybe I don't know him as well as I thought I did.
The camera cuts to Annie talking to another officer nearby.
And then Chad just went ballistic on Emmett, beating him to death. There was blood, so much blood. Oh God.
Everything's going to be alright, miss. We have everything under control.
It's just so scary to think that Chad has the capability of doing something like this.
Alright.
The whole time I thought we were friends.
Alright. We'll get back to you if we require further questioning. Chad is currently a person of interest in the murder of Trent. Try to get some rest. We'll figure everything out. The police gather their evidence and drive away, leaving Annie and Sam alone together. The wind dies down and the nature is peaceful. Annie winks at Sam and he gives her a devious smirk.
That was too easy.
Annie and Sam walk back into the lodge. Annie aggressively pins Sam against the wall and begins passionately kissing him as they undress. The camera fades to black.